Chapter 11, Properties of the Hair and Scalp. This is video 3. I will be continuing with the chemical composition of hair. I know the last video was kind of short, but that's because this particular part of the information has quite a lot of slides, so this one's going to be a little bit longer. Side bonds. Bonds that cross-link the polypeptide chains together and are responsible for the extreme strength and elasticity of human hair. Hydrogen bond. A weak physical cross-link side bond that is easily broken by water or heat. So we break these bonds when we flat iron or curl the hair. We also break them when we shampoo because they are broken by water. They reform when the hair dries or when it cools. That's why when we flat iron or curl, I tell you guys, you heat up the hair to tell it what to do. You let it cool to tell it to stay. That's because these bonds are broken when you heat it up and they reform when the hair curls. That's what makes your curls and straightness stay in the hair. Salt bond. A weak physical cross-link side bond between adjacent polypeptide chains. Disulfide bond. Strong chemical side bonds that joins the sulfur atoms of two neighboring cysteine amino acids to create one cysteine, which joins together two polypeptide strands like rungs on a ladder. So if you envision a ladder, these are the two side bonds that hold the ladder, like the rungs. Cysteine. An amino acid with sulfur atom, or S, that joins together two peptide strands. Cysteine. An amino acid formed when two cysteine amino acids with single sulfur are joined by their sulfur groups or disulfide bond. It's missing the E. That's how you differentiate these two terms. The other one has an E in it. So it's cysteine. Cysteine. This is cysteine. Okay, so as you can see on this diagram, you see figure 1, the straight hair, both hydrogen and sulfur bonds in straight positions. Number 2, hair wound on rods and softened by shampooing and cold wave solution. That's perm solution. The hydrogen bonds and nearly all of the sulfur bonds are broken. Figure 3 shows hair after neutralizing. Some hydrogen and some sulfur bonds are reformed. If you look at figure 4, this is when the hair has dried. So most hydrogen bonds are reformed as well as sulfur bonds. Okay, and then 5, that's after winding. The original sulfur bonds are stretched into waved positions. So that's how perming works. And here is a nice diagram that shows what happens during wet styling. So 1, the straight hair, showing position of hydrogen and sulfur bonds. Hair softened by water. Hydrogen bonds are broken, but sulfur bonds are not. Hair wound on rollers in the 3rd diagram there. That is the salt bonds stretched into waved positions. The 4th picture shows the hair after proper drying. The hydrogen bonds are reformed into wave positions. And figure 5 shows the hair after brushing out the set. The waves are held only by hydrogen bonds. Hair is sprayed with moisture repellent barrier. So it is a temporary way of holding curl in the hair by breaking the hydrogen bonds. The other diagram we showed was a permanent way by breaking both the hydrogen and the salt bonds. Lanthionine bonds. The bonds created when disulfide bonds are broken by hydroxide chemical hair relaxers after the relaxer is rinsed from the hair. Melanin. The tiny grains of pigment in the cortex that give natural hair color to the hair. Eumelanin. Provides natural dark brown to black color to the hair and is the dark pigment predominant in black and brunette hair. And here is a lovely brown shade of hair for you guys to look at. It is an example of eumelanin. Pheomelanin. The lighter pigment that provides natural colors ranging from red and ginger to yellow and blonde tones. Pheomelanin. And then here's a beautiful swatch of red ginger hair for you to have a visual of pheomelanin. And a pretty blonde hair swatch for you to get a visual of pheomelanin. All right, so that concludes our section of continuing chemical composition of the hair, and we will continue the chapter as we go through the videos. So I will see you guys in the next video. That concludes video 3, chapter 11, properties of the hair and scalp. Until next time, see you later.